Nintendo's having an eShop sale right in time for the kickoff to the holiday seasons, and we've got some Switch games, we've got some Switch 2 games. There's a ton of stuff on sale with a lot of awesome value here. So we're going to talk about 35 games worth buying from this eShop sale. First up on the list, we have Star Wars Outlaws on the Nintendo Switch 2. Now this one runs until November 15th. It's coming in at 25% off for $45. Genuinely, I cannot recommend this game enough. I love it on the Switch 2. It runs beautifully. The graphics are so impressive on this game. I really like Star Wars Outlaws, and I never played this game at launch, so I don't know all the issues people had with it then, being the original launch of the game, not the Switch 2 launch. But they updated the game a lot since then from everything that I've seen online, and this is just an absolute treat. I love this game. It is so much fun to play. It is just a really good Star Wars experience, open world fun to be had. It's cool, and especially I really enjoy the fact that it's like a Star Wars story that doesn't really pertain a ton to Jedi. I don't even know if there's a Jedi in this game. I haven't seen one yet. It's just like kind of the other side of Star Wars where you're just experiencing that universe, using blasters, doing fun stuff. I like this game a ton and really recommend it. Next up, we have Sifu, and this one is on sale until November 22nd. This one's coming in at 75% off at $10. I'm really considering picking up Sifu. It's a really cool concept, coming in at only 10 bucks. It makes a lot of sense to pick this one up, that Kung Fu style game. Really neat concept with like the aging. Every time you die, you get older and wiser and blah blah blah. It's really cool. I really wanted to play this game for a long time, and I'm thinking now is when I'm finally gonna pull the cord and pick this one up, because it, like I said, it looks super cool. It's a really good concept, and yeah, for that $10 price tag, it's almost a no-brainer. Next up, we have Blasphemous, and this is like a indie side-scrolling Dark Souls-esque game. My brother played this and said it was very good. I have not personally played this one. This sale for this game ends on November 18th. It's coming in at 75% off at $6.24. Like I said, my brother's a big fan of the Souls-like games and said this one was quite good. So I would say if you are a fan of Souls-like games, it might be worth picking up, especially at that very low price point. You know what's easily the best deal of this sale and pretty much all time is? Hitting the subscribe button. It's absolutely free, costs you nothing, and it supports the channel. It's really awesome. It shows you more Switch 2 content that I make all the time here on the channel, and it really helps me out because I put a ton of time and research into doing videos like this and so many more, so it would really be appreciated. Next up, we have House Fighters Total Mess, and this one's actually kind of cool. Sale ends on November 17th. It's 15% off for $6.79. Like I said, this one's kind of cool. I got a review code for this one, and I've been playing it. It's like if Toy Story met Top Gun. It's kind of goofy in that way, where you're playing as like the toy planes and stuff, and doing like dogfights and things. It's very goofy. There's a lot of customizations and things like that in this game. It is a single player level based experience, but honestly, it's pretty solid and runs pretty well on the Switch too. So I honestly, at that price point, it's not too bad. 15% off for $6.79, not bad at all. Moving on, we have Little Nightmares Enhanced Edition for the Switch 2. This one came out in October. Originally, it was listed at $30. The sale that is going on currently ends on November 17th for 50% off. So you can pick up this game that's looking and running so much better on the Switch 2 for only 15 bucks. And honestly, I think that is a steal of a deal. I saw somebody leave a comment on my review for Little Nightmares the other day, because I reviewed this game, and they were like, oh, rip anyone who bought it early. I think this game was totally worth the $30 to get in and play it on the Switch 2, but it's awesome for anybody who's planning to pick this game up now at that lower price point. Like, that is just super cool that more people can get a hold of this game and be able to play it at that lower price point. So yeah, I'm not bummed at all that I spent $30 on Little Nightmares Enhanced Edition. I played it, beat it already. It's super fun. Enjoyed my time quite a bit with it. But yeah, if you haven't played Little Nightmares Enhanced Edition and you are interested, maybe you picked up Little Nightmares 3 and it got you to the series, definitely worth picking this one up while it's on sale. And also, that moves us into Little Nightmares 2, which is on sale as well. This one's on sale also until the 17th. Coming in at 67% off at $9.89. Now, I'll be honest with you, I bought this one already. I saw this was on sale, picked it up. I've played Little Nightmares 3 and I've played Little Nightmares, but I haven't played Little Nightmares 2, so I was waiting for a sale. I figured there'd be one around Halloween, We finally got one. I picked it up, and I'm excited to play Little Nightmares 2 on my Switch too. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm just a big fan of the series. I think it's really, really good. Moving on, I have Wizordum here. This one is on sale. Again, this one ends on November 17th, coming in at 20% off for $16. Wizordum is a boomer shooter, very similar to old school Doom, very fast paced, very hectic. You're collecting a bunch of different weapon types, and you're just not blowing away tons of fantasy enemies. Like, it's just destroying them all in very quick fashion. And the game difficulty is actually pretty high, because you know how fast paced it is. You got to be constantly moving, constantly dodging, otherwise you're going to take a lot of damage and you're going to go down. I reviewed this game on the channel here. I had a lot of fun with Wizardum. I thought it was a very good experience. Again, 20% off at $16. If you like classic Doom, you'll like this game. That's all you really need to know. If you like classic Doom, you will like Wizardum. It is just a really good time, and I do recommend it. I do really recommend it, especially at that price. Cronos The New Dawn, baby. That is also on sale until November 17th. 15% off for $51. I love this game. I love Cronos The New Dawn. I've reviewed it here on the channel. I talked about how I couldn't stop playing it once I started. It's just a really good horror game that takes elements from other horror media video games. Like, it feels like a love letter to like Resident Evil 4 and Dead Space, but also steals some ideas from, like, or at least stylistic ideas from horror media, like movies and TV shows like Stranger Things. It's just really good, but it has its own unique and interesting story and world, and I could not get enough of it. It runs at around 30 frames per second on the Switch too. It does have some frame dips here and there, so you do need to be aware of that. But honestly, those frame dips never hindered my experience with the game. I still enjoyed it and played it all the way through, all 15 hours of it on the Switch 2, and had a fantastic time. And this game is like in my top 3 games of the year. Like, I just loved it that much, and I played it entirely on the Switch 2. So genuinely, if you are a horror fan, if you like Dead Space, if you like old school or Resident Evil games, this one's worth checking out 110%. Next up is Tales of the Shire. I actually like Tales of the Shire. Most people that commented on my review for that game didn't like Tales of the Shire. I don't know why. It was fun. Tales of the Shire is a cozy life sim game where you play as a hobbit in the Shire in the Lord of the Rings universe. It was a lot of fun. Honestly, I enjoyed it. There's this quirky village that you live in with all these unique characters, and they all have fun personalities, and you know, do hobbit stuff. You forage for ingredients, you do some farming, you can cook meals. Like, it was very fun and cozy. Now, this is only a Switch 1 version, so the graphics aren't fantastic. They're not as crisp as they are on other platforms, but if you're playing the game on the Switch 2, the frames are very solid. If you're playing this on the Switch 1, I heard it had more issues, but the Switch 1 version on the Switch 2 runs very, very well. So that is very nice for this particular game. Sale ends November 22nd for this one, coming in at $28. I really enjoy my time with Tales of the Shire. I thought it was a lot of fun. So if you're a fan of Lord of the Rings, if you're a fan of cozy life sims, maybe give this one a try. Next up, I have Monument Valley and Monument Valley 2 that are on sale. Both of these are ending on November 19th, coming in at 25% off for $7.50. These are like puzzle games. I'm pretty sure they used to be on mobile, and they brought them over to Switch 2. But yeah, I've always thought they looked cool. Their art style was always very appealing to me for whatever reason, but I've never personally played them. But yeah, both of them being on sale for 25% off and $7.50. Kind of nice if you're into that style of game. Pick it up for such a cheap price. Pretty solid. Power Rangers Rita's Rewind. That one actually interests me quite a bit. I've kind of been contemplating picking that one up. This is a Power Rangers Mighty Morphin Power Rangers beat 'em up game, and this sale ends on November 17th. 35% off, $22.74. I've heard good things about this. I've heard it's fun. There were some issues at launch, but it sounds like it's since been patched. And like I just grew up with the Power Rangers. Love the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers series, the movie. It's just something from my childhood that I always enjoyed. Like, they just had it in Fortnite, and I hopped back into Fortnite because of it. So yeah, for the reasons that I listed there, like, it's just nostalgic. I am really considering picking this one up, and it looks like a fun beat 'em up. So I think definitely, if you're a fan of Power Rangers like myself, give it a try. Check it out. Next up, we have Stray, and I actually really like Stray. Stray is a game where you play as a cat in this sci-fi universe where humans are no more. And it's a pretty fun game. It comes in at 25% off, $22.50. Sale ends for this one on November 22nd. The thing with Stray is it's just this really unique way that you control this cat, where you're like jumping on top of a bunch of buildings, like you're parkouring as a cat. And I really liked it. I played it on PlayStation 5 when it came out. Yeah, really fun game, just very interesting, very different from a lot of other games that I've played. So definitely one that you should check out if that is something that interests you. Like, it's a very interesting tale and interesting take on a game, and I personally really enjoy it. Darkest Dungeon 2 is on sale as well. This is a series I just couldn't get into. I tried Darkest Dungeon 1 and I couldn't, there was something about this game that I couldn't get into. It's like critically acclaimed. Everybody loves the series. I just tried because of that fact, and I just, it never clicked with me. Maybe I was doing something wrong. I don't know. But everybody loves these games. This sale ends on November 19th, coming in at 40% off for $24. So you can pick up Darkest Dungeon 2 if you only have Darkest Dungeon 1 and you want to get the new one. Whatever the case may be, you can hop in and start playing this. I wish I could get into these games because the graphics are so well done. I really like the art style in these games. Just super cool. Star Wars Dark Forces Remaster is also on sale. That one's ending on November 17th, 50% off, 50%, excuse me, and $15. I've heard nothing but good things about this particular remaster. From everything I've heard, it's fantastic, runs super well, very solid. It just is a lot of fun and people really recommend it. So I talked about maybe getting this one in a previous sale. Maybe I'll get this one this time. There's just literally so many games coming out in like the next month. It's crazy. This might be the busiest month of the year for Switch 2, so it's actually kind of crazy. The final 3 games on the list are all Turok games. They're all on sale. So we have Turok Remastered. This sale ends November 17th, 80% off for $4. And honestly, where's it at? Where's it at? There it is. I've been playing this, but I bought the physical version. There's a bundle that includes all the Turok games, and I've been having such a good time playing through the old Turok games. It's been super fun. So then Turok 2, again, also on sale, ending November 17th, 75% off for $5. And finally, Turok 3 is coming in at 45% off for $16.50. Very cool. So those games definitely worth picking up. Like I said, I've been playing them, having a really good time with them. So yeah, I mean, I played Turok as a kid, played the one on the GameCube as well. I love Turok as a series. I think it's a lot of fun. So getting my hands on the physical version of this to play Turok, it's just a lot of fun. I really enjoy it. Moving on though, we also have a Square Enix sale. This was just like the general sale that I skimmed through and went through all the games that were coming out. We have a Square Enix sale that's happening as well. The Square Enix sale goes until November 20th. So you can pick up all these games until the 20th. So first up on the Square Enix list, we have Bravely Default Flying Fairy HD Remastered. That's a mouthful. Say that 5 times fast. Coming in at 20% off for $32. This is the remake of the 3DS game, or the remaster of the 3DS game, ported to the Nintendo Switch 2. I personally have not picked this game up, but I've heard nothing but good things about the Bravely Default series, so if that is something that interests you, definitely worth checking out. Moving on, Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII. There's a lot to say in that title, but 60% off for this one, $20 on the eShop. This one actually looks pretty good. The graphics look very impressive. Yeah, all around, that one just looks really good. $20 game. Seems pretty solid. Dragon Quest 3 HD 2D Remake, 40% off, coming in at $36 for Dragon Quest HD 2D Remake. This is definitely one that I would recommend picking up if you are interested in picking up the new Dragon Quest 1+2 HD 2D remake that just came out. Because if you didn't know, Dragon Quest 3 actually takes place before Dragon Quest 1 and 2. So if you're interested in the new ones and you haven't played 3, I would recommend playing 3. Yeah, it's just kind of weird how Dragon Quest, couple games at the start kind of lined up, very awkward. But yeah, I've heard nothing but good things, and I absolutely love the HD 2D art style in this game. So yeah, definitely something you should have on your radar. Dragon Quest XIS, Dragon Quest 11S, fantastic looking game. Honestly, I haven't played it yet. $20, 50% off. I really am tempted to pick this game up. There's just literally so many games that are out right now. Like, I'm still playing through Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment, and I'm addicted to that game. So like picking up extra stuff that is going to take me a lot of time, like something like Dragon Quest, it's just very difficult for me to justify buying that right now and just adding to my ever-growing backlog. So yeah, I don't know. I want to pick this game up. I just don't know that I have time to pick this game up. But yeah, $20 for 50% off. Totally worth it for anybody interested in it. Final Fantasy VII, the original, 60% off for $6.39. I don't know who's picking this game up when we have Final Fantasy VII Remake coming out in just a couple months. I've already got that on pre-order. I'm very excited to play that game. So yeah, for me, I'm just waiting for Final Fantasy VII Remake. Final Fantasy IX, 60% off at $8.39. This one is another of the older Final Fantasy games. I have nothing really to say about this one. I have not played it personally. Final Fantasy VIII Remastered, 60% off at $8. Also have not played this game personally. Now, this next one, there's like a handful of games in this list. I don't want to go over them all individually, so they're just counting as one game. But all of the Kingdom Hearts HD Cloud bundle games are on sale. Now, I don't like cloud gaming. On the Switch. I never did. I never will. It ran fine. I tested it personally. It ran fine with certain games, but like I want the game on my system. I don't care if it's digitally on my system, but I want it on my system, right? So I never picked up the Kingdom Hearts games on the Switch, but they are really good games. I love the Kingdom Hearts series. I've played a bunch of them. Like it's so good. And it's a series that I grew up with. So if you haven't played Kingdom Hearts yet, and this is the only way to play Kingdom Hearts, maybe it's worth picking up for you. I'm really hoping that they bring all of them natively over to the Switch too. But yeah, it's just a series that I love a ton, and I wish they weren't cloud games on the Switch. But there is a Kingdom Hearts game that isn't a cloud game on the Switch, and that is going to be Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memory. This is 60% off at $24. This is the Kingdom Hearts rhythm game that is available. Honestly, this game looks like fun. I think there's a physical version though, so if I could get this physically and track it down at like a GameStop or something, that would be something I'm a little more interested in than picking it up on sale here on the eShop. Moving on, we have Octopath Traveler 1 and 2. Both are 60% off for $24. Definitely something you should be checking out if you did not, or if you haven't played them and you're interested in Octopath Traveler 0 that's coming out next month. Two really awesome RPGs with a really fun combat system and fantastic HD 2D graphics. Very, very solid looking games. I really enjoyed Octopath Traveler 1 when I played what I played of it, excuse me. Just really solid games. And again, the new game Octopath Traveler 0 comes out next month, so if you want to get into the series and see what it's all about, now might be a good time to pick up one of these other two games and see what story is there for you. If you're interested in the gameplay loop, definitely something you should check out. Then we have Romancing Saga 2. This is 70% off for $7.50. Today I learned that Power Washing Simulator was a Square Enix title. I didn't know that. Today I learned. It was very interesting to see this one on the list. But yes, Power Washing Simulator Ultimate Satisfaction Bundle, $49.49 for 10% off. Everybody loves these games. Everybody loves the Power Washing games. So it's on sale, and I think this, I'm assuming based on the name, the Ultimate Satisfaction Bundle, you're gonna have like all the DLC and stuff in there. So probably worth checking out if it's a game that you've been waiting for a while. I also learned that the Life is Strange series is a Square Enix property. I didn't know that. So Life is Strange Arcadia Bay Collection is coming in at 70% off, $12. Then we have Life is Strange Double Exposure coming in for 50% off at $25. And then finally, Life is Strange True Colors coming in at 70% off at $18. Personally, I haven't played Life is Strange, but I've heard very good things about that series. A lot of people really, really like that series. Specifically, the thing that comes to mind is like Kind of Funny. I've heard like Greg Miller review those games over on their podcast. So yeah, I've heard a lot of very, very good things about the Life is Strange series. Finally, the last game on our list here is Triangle Strategy, 60% off at $24. This is another one. I believe it's from the same team that made Octopath. It's very similar in design and style to Octopath. But yeah, I haven't picked that one up. I haven't had the opportunity to play that one either, so I don't have a whole lot to say. But again, that HD 2D graphics, I absolutely love. It's a game that I really wouldn't mind checking out if I could find the time to. So that is going to do it for this video, guys. Let me know in the comments below if I missed any games, what games you're going to pick up from the sale. There's quite a few good ones that I would recommend grabbing out of this particular lineup. So let me know all that fun stuff. But like I said, that's going to be it. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out, helps the video out, and helps the channel out immensely. But until next time, peace.